Greetings coders, I'm coming to you after a little bit of dental work today. I had a cavity filled, so I'm a little numb on one side, but not so numb that I don't want to play Code Combat. In fact, I'm already here and loaded up, I'm ready to go. We are going to start where we left off the last time with this lesson here called Hack and Dash. Let's go ahead and play it. It looks like we've got some basic syntax, some loops, and some strings, so nothing new. Let's see what they got in store for us. We'll go ahead and we'll press play. And our goal is to simply escape the trap. That sounds interesting. So again, remember, we have to not be afraid to reach out and ask for help when we feel like we need it. So I see a trap. Is that the trap coming up behind me? Yep, it is. Here, I gotta move down, and it got me. It got me. Okay, so we have to survive the trap. We'll just back this up a little bit and see if we can kind of get an idea of what we need to do. I see the little skull and or the little crossbones here at this point. I'm not sure what we need to do there. I do know that when we get to this point, we can't just sit there and wait for that thing to get us. We got to move down. So that's something to consider. Let's see. Does it give us an idea of... Oh, okay. It looks like we're going to be using loops. We do see that we've got a repeatable pattern here too, don't we? We've got moving to the right 3 times, moving down 3 times, moving to the right, moving down. So I think that's what our loop is going to be. Let's see if we can just make it super simple and just move down. And we'll move down 3 times. That appears to be what we need to be doing in our loop. So I've zoomed out all the way. Let me just get back in there a little bit. There we go. Nice and close, and we'll start that over, and let's go ahead and run and see what that does for us this time. Okay, I'm running. I'm going to the right. I'm about to go down. That's good. Oh, it's coming after me though. Oh, it got me. What a bummer. Alright, let's jump back over to our code window here and see if the code comments actually give us somewhat of a hint. So it says that we can break open the chest before using the loop to escape the maze. So there's our hint. Let's back up now. Let's see if we can find this chest. Oh, there it is. Alright, so before we use the loop, so we start here, we move right. What we can do is say let's move right 2 times, and then let's move up 1 time, and then we'll attack the chest. That's where we're going to use our string, is in the attack command here. And then we want to move right back down. So we'll move right back down once. That puts us here. And let's see. Then we want our loop to start, because at that point, that's where we go 1, 2, and 3. So let's go with this and see if that helps us at all. So, just to kind of recap what we're doing here. Okay, my starting point is actually right here. So I'm going to go and change this from 2 to 1. That'll put me here. Then we'll go up once, we'll attack the chest, and then we'll move down. Let's see, hopefully just attacking the chest once is all we need to do. Let's try it. Alright, I'm going up, I'm attacking the chest. He feels faster, it's good. He's moving down. So something was in that chest that's making our guy move a lot faster, and that trap, that little blue sphere is not able to catch us this time. So I think we're on the right track. It's continuing the loop, and it's taking us all the way to the end of the maze. So that's good. We did it. A little trouble there at the beginning, but we got through it. We'll go ahead and click Done. And we'll move on. We've got a victory. We've got some experience points. Let's see, did we get some gems? We surely did. That's all we need for right now. We'll go ahead and we'll move on. Let's see what else we got next. Okay. The big yellow arrow is telling us to start here. We will accept its advice and we'll go for it. Munchkins are chasing you, it says, and the way ahead is blocked. So we're going to be using basic syntax again. We've got loops and strings. So if the way ahead is blocked, it suggests that we have to use our attack to kind of get through something again. So Let's see, do we have anything here that we need to equip? It looks like everything that we've already got equipped, so we'll go ahead and press play. We need to free an ally in this level before we can actually escape. So that's a bit of a clue. So possibly this ally helps us kind of clear any obstacles. Alright, let's take a look. I'll pause this. Looks like I've already got a bad guy standing next to me. So we've got this weak door up here. We know that we can move right once and attack that door, and then supposedly that would allow us to free our friend here. So I'll move right once, I'll attack, and I'll specify in my attack the weak door. The fact that it's a weak door suggests to me that I can attack it one time and then it'll break. I'm going to go with that gamble. I think that's probably correct. So after I do my attack, I'll move right again, which should bring me to this end. And then I'm going to move down. Then I'll use a loop, and then I'll attack that door. That door is not a weak door. It's a strong door. So I think that I have to actually do that attack in a loop because I'll have to hit it repeatedly, and it's for an undetermined amount of time. So I think that's probably my best bet. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. Alright, I'm at the weak door. I've opened that weak door. I'm going down. I'm attacking. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright. We did it. How about that? So, just by kind of looking around and kind of assessing the situation and following all the hints that we're getting as we're starting the level, I was able to kind of put together what I needed to do, and we got it right on the outset. That's a good thing. We'll click on the done, and we'll move on. We'll take our experience points and any gems that we've earned, and we will move on. Alright, our next move is over here. This is called the Master of Names. We'll click on that, and in this one we'll be using basic syntax and variables. We're going to be using our new coding powers to target nameless enemies. Interesting. Interesting. So in our last video, we know that we were introduced to a new method that allowed us to attack things that we didn't necessarily have a name for. So we're going to probably see that method come up again, and I'll make sure to call it out. We've got 3 bad guys that we've got to kill. And we get a bonus if we have no code issues. So let's go ahead and start. Oh, alright. So, it helps me out a little bit. Hold on, let me back this up. We'll pause that just so we can have a sense of what we need to do. So, it's giving us a hint here in the game menu with this find nearest enemy reference. This is actually a method, and we got this method in our last video. So I'll bring up the notes on this particular thing. So this is a find nearest enemy method, and what this does is it returns the closest living enemy within eyesight, or null if there aren't any. So if you take a look at the example that they're providing, we're setting a variable, and we're setting that variable by using the find nearest enemy method. So that variable enemy represents the string of the name of the person that you need to attack, and this is somebody who's going to be closest to you. So now that we've got that hint, let's take a look at the code that they're using here, because they take care of the first 2 enemies for us. Let's see what we've got. So he sets an enemy 1 by using find nearest enemy, then he attacks them twice. He then sets enemy 2 by using find nearest enemy. He attacks enemy 2 twice. That's a pretty good hint. I'm going to set enemy, if I can spell it correctly, enemy 3. I'm going to use find nearest enemy, and then I'm going to attack enemy 3 2 times. So there's my attack, and I'm going to set that to enemy 3. And I believe that this is all I need to do. I'll go ahead and I'll run this, and we'll see if we have success. Number 2. There's number 3. We're good to go. So we've got survival, of course. We've killed the 3 bad guys, and it doesn't look like we had any code problems. I'll click on done, and we had a victory. We've got our experience and our gems, and of course we've got experience and gems for reaching our bonus of no code problems. On that note, I'll click on continue, and we'll see what else we've got. Alright, the big yellow arrow says that we should go here. This is the lowly kidman. We are going to be using basic syntax and variables. In this one, we're going to use our glasses to seek out and attack the kidman. So the glasses is a reference to the find nearest enemy method that we got in our last video. It doesn't look like we have anything else that we need to equip, so we'll go ahead and press play. We got to defeat all of the ogres, we have to collect the gems, and we have to make sure that we've got no code problems. So it looks like we've got some movement in addition to some attacking that we've got to do in this one. Let's go ahead and start and see what we've got. Sounds like mayhem already. I'll pause that. We'll back it up just so that we can get a handle on what we need to do. Okay, so let's see. Can I... There we go. Alright, I see. So right here is a move point right here. So we know that we can move down. We can likely move right 2 times, but we've also got these 2 guys that we've got to handle as well. Let's go back over to the code window. It looks like they're giving us a little bit of a starting hint. They take care of enemy number 1 for us. Let's go ahead and take care of enemy number 2. Enemy 2, we'll get a handle on him by saying find nearest enemy. And then, just like always, we'll go ahead and attack that enemy. And we'll do so twice, just like they're doing in their example for enemy number 1. Okay, that should take care of our enemies. Now, we simply need to move down 1 time. We want to move right twice. That should grab those 2 gems for us, get us out of this particular level. Let's go ahead and press the run button and see if that's what it does. Got that guy. Alright, we move down, then we move twice to the right, grab those gems, and we're good. We did it. So we defeated the ogres. We are able to collect our gems. We had no code problems. That's a good thing. So when we click done, we should see some experience points, of course. We've got some gems and experience and gems for reaching our bonus. We will take it, and we will click on continue to see what is next. Alright, it's telling us now to move to signs, and what is that? Portents? I'm not familiar with that word. Let's see if we can find out what that means. We're going to escape the area while your allies hold off waves of ogres. Oh boy, it's going to get intense. Let's go ahead and press play. Let's see, restricted, everything else is locked. I don't see anything else that we actually need to equip other than what we've got. We'll go ahead then and press that play button. We have to find 2 of our friends and we have to protect them with the light stone. Well, that's interesting. Don't know what that means, so let's see if we can start this level and make sense of it. Let's see. Oh, I got bad guys coming at me. Ah, they're gonna work me. Ah, I'm screwed. Alright. So I failed at the outset, but I was really just kind of looking to see if I can get a sense for what needs to be done. We need to find our 2 friends. We need to find Senek and Omar, and I don't see them. I do not see them at all.
Set the move right command on line 3.
Alright, it's telling us that there's a move right command on line 3, which is helpful. Let's go ahead and look at the code window and see if our code comments give us a hint. We have to get to the right side of the map alive. We don't need to fight the ogres, we just need to move. And our allies are going to protect us. Alright. Alright, I can handle that. Let's see. Let's have a look. So the first hint that it gave us was to go ahead and move right. Now, does this crossbones mean that I can't go here? I'm not sure. So we know that we need to move right. Let's see if we can move right again. Where does that put us? I think it should put us here. I just don't know if we can actually go there. Let me try to move up. That should put me right here. And then I'll try to move right. Let me just zoom out of the map window a little. Oh, is it going to let me? Oh, it is. Well, that's a lot of moving, isn't it? It's a lot of movement. Alright, so let's see where I ended up. Now, assuming I can go here, I should be here and then here. I want to try to move right 1, 2, 3 times. I don't know if I can do it. Let's try. just going to go ahead and run this and see if it gets me where I think, or if I've got problems. I'll hit run right now. So it lets me go there. Oh, I can't go there. Oh, I can go there. Oh, very nice. Oh, terrific. Look at my buddies. Don't mess with that guy, jeez. So I can move down. I can move right. I'm gonna get that. The commands that I just put get me from this point where I am right here, down, and then right. Let me back this up. That gets me a gem. I'm gonna move down again. Then I'm gonna move right. Let's see, where else do I need to go? That's it, it looks like. I think I just need to end up on that red X. That's my assumption. I'm not 100% sure. Let's back this all the way up, and I'll press run, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm off again. I got my buddies doing some good work for me. I'm walking again. And there's that guy. Don't mess with that guy. I grab my gem, which is good. Then I stand on the red X. And then supposedly my buddies are going to do all the hard work for me. I'm not sure if I have to move on after this. A lot of excitement on the screen right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're coming after me. Oh, am I good? I'm good. So it says that I have to protect them with the light stone, which apparently I did. I don't know where that is. I missed that entirely, but I guess I got it. And I've been successful. Hey, I'm not going to argue. I'm just going to press done. I got some experience points, and I earned some gems. I'll take them. On that note, we will continue. We'll try one more. It's going to have us go over here to closing the distance. Alright, some enemies are going to require different battle tactics, it says. We're going to be using basic syntax. We'll be using variables again. Let's see what else faces us. Do I need to do anything? Do I need to equip anything? I need to equip this. Oh, it's my skills grant. So we'll be using loops. That's a bit of a hint. I'll equip that. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Then I'll go ahead and I'll press play. Okay, I have to stay alive. I have to kill the ogres. I have to grab the gem. And I will be eligible for a bonus if I have no code problems. That's a good thing. Oh, see that guy? He's coming after me. I don't like that at all. I'm going to pause that. Alright, so right away I see that find nearest enemy was used. That's right here in the code. So we've got some hints. It says you should recognize this from the last level, which we certainly do. That's a find nearest enemy method. Then we attack the enemy, right? So that's at this point. So I've already gone and moved right, then I attack the enemy. I am going to move right. Let's see. I don't want to stand here because these spikes can move and get me. So what I'm going to do after I attack the enemy is I'm going to move right. Oops, try that again. I'm going to move right, but I'm going to move right twice, not once, because I don't want to be caught standing here. So I'll stand here instead, and then I will find the nearest enemy and set their name to enemy 2. And then I will attack that enemy. Let's see. That's enemy 2. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've attacked enemy 2. What I didn't do is I didn't attack enemy 1. I need to do that now. So let's go ahead and try that. I'm going to attack enemy 2. Attack enemy 2. Alright, so I move right. I locate the nearest enemy. I attack them. Then I continue to move right twice. I move right twice to avoid standing at this point right here. I don't want to get hit by those spikes. And then after I get to this point, I locate the nearest enemy, and I attack them twice. Let's see. I'm not done yet. No, I'm not done. I have to go and grab that last gem. Let me make sure I do that. Alright. Let's go ahead and give this a run. Oh, I have an error in my code. Oh, look what I did. Fix your code, it says. Line 6, target is null. Is there always a way to... Okay, look at this. Let me pause this. I'm getting pummeled to death. Is there always a target to attack? Ah, I see what they're doing. So I see what their hint is, but in this particular case, this was just an oversight. So what I've done is I've identified enemy 1 in a variable called enemy 1, but then I don't use it. Instead, I was trying to attack enemy 2, but on line 6, enemy 2 hasn't actually been set yet. Enemy 2 gets set here on line 11. So what it's telling me is, hey, enemy 2 is null, therefore you're trying to attack a null target. Well, if I just go ahead and correct this mistake and set that to enemy 1, I should be in much better shape. Let's run it again and give it a shot. Oh, it found him this time. Nice little beating there. I continue to move on. The guy's throwing spears at me. That's not very cool. Oh, he's dead. Okay, and he moves on. Okay, so I did manage to survive. I got both the bad guys, and I grabbed the gem. So, because we corrected that mistake, we had no code problems, and we were able to qualify for that bonus. So we'll go ahead and click Done. We'll accept our experience points, and we'll get some gems. It looks like I did get my experience and my gems for the bonus, which is great. So on that note, I will go ahead and I will continue. And I'll try one more before we wrap up this particular video. So this is the tactical strike. We're going to be using basic syntax and variables. We are going to learn some warrior tactics. We'll go ahead and press play and see what that means. Looks like we have something to equip. What do we got? This is a little extra protection for your left side, it says. So this appears to be some sort of a new shield. It gives me health 15 plus. Let me look at my old one and see what that gives me. Oh, health 38 plus. I think I'm going to keep what I've got. Looks like it's a little bit better. Alright, let's go ahead and keep what we've got. And let's see. Do I have that equipped? I don't want that. I want that. Yes. We'll keep that. And I'll go ahead and I'll press play.
Code combat.
We're going to kill the ogre. We're going to grab the gem. And then so long as we have no code issues, we'll qualify for a bonus. Let's see what we've got. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and pause that. What we have to do is we have to grab the gem. Here's a couple of bad guys. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do this. These guys are probably going to be coming at me at the same time. Let's see. I do get to use Find Nearest Enemy. Now the fact that I have a shield leads me to believe that I might need to be using this at this point. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like loop is a possibility. So I might need to be using my loop at some point. So we'll see. I'll just go ahead and wing it, and we'll see what happens. So the first thing I want to do is just go ahead and come down here to this bottom corner. That, of course, is going to make me visible to the bad guys. I think the first thing that I'll want to do is probably identify an enemy and try to attack. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Let's see. I'll move right. And then I can say enemy 1, find nearest enemy, and attack them. And I may just need to attack them once, I'm not sure. Play it safe, try to attack them twice. Now we know that this is going to be most likely enemy number 1. Enemy number 2 is going to be right behind him. So what I'll do... Well, it just gave me a little bit of a hint. It looks like I'm going to die when I end up doing this. I mean, I'm over here in my game menu here, and it's giving me a little preview, and I'm dead. So that's a bit of a hint. But we'll go ahead and I'll continue writing my code, just to kind of work out in my head what it was I was thinking. Enemy 2. Enemy 2. Alright. So that should take care of the enemies, at least it should in my head. I may be incorrect about that. There's a couple things in the game menu that make me think that I need to be doing more stuff, like this little barrel over here. Like perhaps that plays a role. So, and of course I just equipped a shield and I'm not using it, so that could come into play as well. We'll go ahead and run, and it's probably unlikely that I'm going to be in good shape here, but at least we'll see what happens. And then if we need to ask for help, we can. So yeah, they're throwing projectiles at me, so I didn't get very far at all. So what I'll do is I'll click on this help button here, and if you're following along with me, you might want to do the exact same thing and have a look at the hint that they provide. And what we'll do is we'll come back afterward and see if we can complete this level. Okay, and as is always the case, at least with me in this game, it's not so much the code syntax that I'm tripping over, it's really more of the strategy in getting through the puzzle. So let me go ahead and wind this back, and I'll show you what I learned by looking at the tutorial. So we've got these two guys here, and they're facing the way that I was coming down, and that's kind of the problem. We know that these guys are throwing projectiles, they're throwing spears or knives or something like that, and that's going to make it impossible for me to attack them from the front because they're going to just throw all this stuff at me as I'm coming at them. So what I need to do is I need to use code to move around behind these guys and get to this point here where I'm standing next to this barrel. And that way I can kind of sneak up behind them and I'll be really close to them, and then I can start targeting them using the variables that you see right here in the code window. So we'll go ahead and start that. So this is my starting point. I know I need to move up, and then I need to move right 1, 2, 3 times. So instead of moving down, I'm going to move up, and then I'm going to move right 3 times, which gets me to that very top corner here. I'll move down twice, and then I should be able to attack my enemies. Let's see, let me just make sure. I go up and then to the right 3 times, then I go down twice. That'll put me here. Then I attack the nearest enemy, and then attack the nearest enemy again. At that point I'm standing here. I should just go left and down, so move left and move down to get the gem. So here is my code. It looks pretty straightforward. This time I'm coming up from behind them, so I'm kind of taking the long way over there. I'm going up and around. But that should allow me to identify the nearest enemy and attack, and then identify the nearest enemy and attack again, moving left and then down to get the gem once the bad guys are dead. Let's go ahead and run it and see if we are successful this time. So far so good. Alright, I'm moving down. Now I should start spotting enemies and attacking them. Got him, and got him. Excellent. So I go left and then down and grab the gem, and I'm done. So every once in a while you gotta click on that help button, get a little bit of a hint. It's easy to kind of feel confident in the actual syntax of what you're doing, but not necessarily be mindful of some of the strategies that you have to take to complete the level. It's not only coding, it's a bit of a puzzle as well. So I'll click on done. I'll accept my experience and my gems for completing that level, as well as my experience and my gems for completing that level with the bonus. And then that's it. So I'm going to wrap it up from there. It looks like we've got more to do, but we will do that in another video. Until then, I look forward to seeing all of you again in the next video.